Hey guys, welcome to my review for the Punk Hazard arc in One Piece. Now, it's been a while since I've made a One Piece video, and I really want to get back on track. My plan, for those who don't know, is to finish One Piece by the end of the year, so hopefully by then I will be ready to do some weekly chapter reviews. But for now, I'm here to review Punk Hazard, which takes place right after the events of Fishman Island, and I have to say, I really enjoyed this arc. It starts off with the Straw Hats getting to this new island, Punk Hazard, and the premise for this island is so cool. It was the island that Okichi and Akainu had their battle on, and it's just awesome. Half of the island is like completely frozen and the other half is on fire, and I just thought that was a super cool idea for an island. Now, the reason they had their battle on this island is because they thought it was abandoned. It used to be used for scientific research. However, little to the government's knowledge, it is still being used by research. This dude, the villain of this arc, Caesar Clown, has been working here the past couple of years. He has been kidnapping children and experimenting on them. And it's like super dark. He's got them there. All their bodies are all out of shape. He's doing all this crazy stuff to them. And he lies to them. He tells them that they are sick and he is treating them. And in a year's time, they will be able to go back to their families. However, in reality, they are pretty much dying. And he feeds them these candies which are poisoned that they become addicted to, and then they'll stay there, and man, that guy is just a horrible person. But Caesar is not the real villain of this arc. He is actually working for Doflamingo, one of the 7 warlords. Now, on Punk Hazard, Caesar and his men are producing Smile, which is a type of man-made zone-type devil fruits. And Doflamingo is selling these devil fruits to one of the emperors of the sea, Kaido, who is building an army of zone-type fruit users. And in case you don't remember, zone types are the fruits that allow people to turn into animals. So once the Straw Hats arrive, they begin to notice that, stuff's not right. They get captured, they meet this samurai dude whose son was kidnapped, and they eventually meet the villains and realize what is going on. And then we find out that Trafalgar Law, one of the supernovas who we hadn't seen since the time skip, has been involved with this stuff. Now, he's been pretending to be on Doflamingo's side and, to work with them or whatever, but in actuality, his main goal is to take down Doflamingo and Kaido, and once Luffy arrives, they decide to form a pirate alliance. So, both of their crews will now be a team until Kaido is defeated, which is friggin' awesome. Trafalgar Law was a really cool character back before the time skip, but man, in this arc, in just a couple of volumes, he has quickly become one of my favorite characters in the series. This guy is a badass, and his powers are insane. He can pretty much swap people's bodies, and for the first part of this arc, oh man, a whole bunch of the Straw Hats had their bodies swapped, and it was friggin' hilarious. Like, I just loved seeing how all these characters reacted in different bodies, and even though it was mainly just comic relief, I still found it really funny, especially how Sanji went to Nami's body, and yeah. Anyway, things get really crazy once the Navy shows up, because once the Navy realizes what's going on, they end up teaming up with the Straw Hats, and that was just awesome. Smoker is another one of my favorite characters. He is just so cool, he's so awesome, and they're just having all these crazy fights with the villains, and it was so cool when Zoro and Tashigi team up to take down that bird missus. That was so cool. I also really liked in this arc how Caesar Clan releases a gas upon the island that starts to spread, and pretty much if you touch this gas, you will become petrified. So during this whole part of the arc, there was this crazy sense of urgency as the whole time everyone was being chased by this poisonous gas that would seemingly kill them. So yeah, all the stuff that happened during this arc I really enjoyed. So far my favorite part of the New World. I liked it a bit more than Fishman Island. And now I have to talk about the aftermath of Punk Hazard, because as per usual with One Piece arcs, there is a lot of stuff to talk about. So the Straw Hats and Trafalgar Law have Caesar Clown captured, and he is producing SAD, which is the gas that, makes Smile, the devil fruit that Doflamingo needs. Now, if Doflamingo stops producing the Smile for Kaido, who's supposedly one of the most powerful beings in the world, he is kind of screwed, and he doesn't want that to happen, and Trafalgar Law knows this. So he sends him a snail message, and he's like, listen bruh, we got Caesar Clown. And the only way you're going to get him back is if you quit the 7 warlords. Now, if he quits the 7 warlords, he loses his connection to the government, and he will be treated as a normal pirate, meaning all the things he is doing is illegal. And while the things he is doing is still illegal, the government isn't paying attention because he is allied with them. Now, this pisses Doflamingo off, and man, I don't even know the full extent of this guy's powers, but he's flying. He's like, I guess, using hockey. He just leaves Dressrosa where he is, and he just like flies over the punk hazard, like, what the crap, dude. And he gets there. Now, the pirates have already left, but Smoker is still there, and the Navy, and they're trying to stop him, and he just whips out his hockey, and I think he kills, or I'm not sure if he kills all of them, but he like knocks them all out just by like pretty much doing nothing. Then he goes up to Smoker. He's like, where the crap are they? And he starts beating the crap out of Smoker. I was actually scared for a moment because I don't freaking want Smoker to die. And then, oh yes, then Okichi shows up out of nowhere and he freezes Doflamingo. He doesn't kill him, but he freezes him, and he's like, no, not today. None of us want to fight. Get the crap out of here. Now, this was super exciting because now Okichi isn't a member of the government anymore. He is an independent, and who knows what the crap his motivations are. And it was really cool just to see him show up again. It's been forever since we've seen him, and it was just really awesome to see him stop the fight and send Doflamingo off, because he's obviously way more powerful than Doflamingo. Now, Doflamingo ends up actually quitting the 7 warlords, and I believe he was like the king or something of Dressrosa, and he isn't anymore because he loses his connection to the government. So, yeah, he's kind of put in a sour situation now. I'm not quite sure what he's going to do about it, but I'm sure he has a plan. And now the Straw Hats also find out that some of the other supernovas have been forming alliances, and it seems like a whole bunch of stuff is going down. A lot of changes are going to be happening very soon in the world of One Piece, and I am very, very excited. And now the Straw Hats and Trafalgar Law are all heading to Dressrosa to take down all the factories that are producing Smile. And I'm sure they will run into Doflamingo along the way, and that is where we will pick up in the Dressrosa arc. Now, this arc is very long. It's like 10 volumes long or something. I'm not quite sure when I'll have my review out for it, but like I said, I am planning on catching up to One Piece by the end of the year. I have the rest of the English volumes coming this month, so hopefully I will be able to have a review out, you know, in the near future, like maybe around a month's time. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.